Hello, everyone. Hope you all had a productive week. And today I'll be talking about 3 ways you can pivot to success. There are many ways actually you can pivot yourself, but today I want to focus on the 3 most important ways. So before we go on further, with the video, I would like to apologize for the glitching in my early, couple of videos. I hope you will understand that being an solo entrepreneur, we tend to do everything on our own, literally everything, like creating the content, researching for it, making the videos, editing the videos, plus whatever we do every day, like managing the kids, cooking, and coaching online, and being a mother, wife, much, much more. And since I'm new to video making and editing, I just had some technical difficulties. And I tried something new. I tried to do something, but it got messed up. But let me assure you that I'm learning in every video I make, and I will surely keep improving. So bear with me until then. So, all right, let's move on to today's video. 3 ways you can pivot to success. Before we go to the 3 ways, let's see the basics. Why we need to pivot. What happens if we don't pivot? Trust me, watch the video till the end to find out the 3 most important ways to pivot to success. Before anything you do in life, it can be anything whatsoever. Most important question to ask yourself is why? Why we need to do that thing, what you're going to do, why we need to pivot. Why? Because let me tell you this, 90% of the businesses fail because they don't pivot. That's the stats. It's not my theory. Most of the entrepreneurs are so constipated with the business plan they made. When they first started the business, they don't want to bend for any reason. How do I know that? Because I was like that. They don't want to go according, they want to go according to the plan, but unfortunately, it doesn't work like that way. So many hurdles come along the way when we are building the business. It's up to us to find the right strategy for that issue at that moment and move on with the updated plan. Trust me, it's really hard and really it gets frustrating and really stressful it is. But we have to pivot to success. So why pivoting is important? For that, let me share my experience, personal experience. When I first started my business, I believed that changing course was a weakness. It was, you know, there was no room for that in my supremely arrogant view of the power. I had to bend the universe in the direction of the future I envisioned. I had my trajectory all figured out, like the parabolic arc of a rainbow, inescapably leading to a pot of gold. That was my mindset. But more so because something unexpected happened, the future wasn't where I thought it would be. Stressful, right? I found that what was most important was not staying the course, but the ability to deal with the constant recalculation of the route. Now, at each twist and turn, I would fight back, literally, as if, to say, damn it, that's not the direction I wanted to go. No, anybody feels that way? Everybody, right? So, welcome to the journey to success. The simple truth is that more driven and more passionate you are, we are about to fulfill our dreams, the more we hold on to the vision we have laid out. So much so that we often fail to see the detours or see them and outright ignore them. We tend to do that, we tend to make mistakes. It takes a willingness to be fully present in each moment to recognize the opportunity of a new path. Too much focus on the path we have most planned, for it can divert us from the path to our biggest success. It can be success, it can be joy, or it can be fulfillment. It can be anything. Just be present at that moment. It's what it's come to be known as a pivot. This is pivot, the moment when you realize that you have to let go of what you had planned for something much greater. Now, the same things make you an entrepreneur, which is the commitment, vision, and dedication. All work against a pivot. It does. It feels like, in the beginning, it will feel like you are giving up. You have spent so much time convincing yourself and all of those who have signed up for your dream that a pivot is evidence that you aren't quite as prescient as you once thought. So, my friends, pivot, 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 pivot. That's the secret. I can give you so many examples of entrepreneurs who pivoted along the way. One example I wanted to tell you today is about PayPal. Now, when Peter Thiel and Max Levchin first started what later became PayPal, in the beginning, they hadn't even considered it as PayPal, electronic funds transfer. The original company was called FieldLink, which was providing cryptography for PDAs. That didn't go so well. So they then pivoted to Confinity with the intent to do cash on mobile phones. They quickly discarded the idea and pivoted again to providing the ability to send IOUs from one Palm Pilot to another, the first commercially successful PDA. But the Palm didn't have the critical mass for mobile transactions. So the third pivoting was to email-based payments. When eBay customers began to take notice, they pivoted again to focus on eBay and merged with Elon Musk's bank X.com. But PayPal soon became the exclusive focus with an IPO in 2002. And shortly thereafter, an acquisition by eBay. PayPal is not the exception to the rule. No, it is the rule, which is pivot or die. Now remember this, pivot or die. Not literally, but it's in the business metaphor. Now, I can tell you from an abundance of personal experience in working with successful entrepreneurs that it's the pivot which always provides the escape velocity needed to go into orbit. Now, the reasons are quite simple. You can never fully anticipate all of the ways in which the market will respond to your ideas. Trust me, as an online trader myself, I can vouch for that. It never happens like that. No idea comes out fully formed. Ideas need to be allowed to evolve. The world does not sit still waiting for you. It doesn't. Now, welcome to the reality. The best opportunities will come as a result of circumstances that you cannot predict it. And as a parent of two boys, I can vouch on that, and no parenting book will teach you that, mind you. That's reality, right? As you grow personally, so will your capacity to execute on a new idea. So expecting any ideas to be valid 5 to 10 years down the road would mean that you have nothing left to learn. It's all about accommodating to that present situation, what you're in, and how you react and how you respond. So as you bring on board new customers and get increasing exposure to the marketplace in the trenches, rather than from the sidelines, you will find unmet needs and opportunities that you could never have anticipated. Holding on to what you wish was the case when it clearly isn't is as good as holding on to a lie. The reasons are simple. What I'm trying to say is be prepared for anything and pivot accordingly to sustain scale to success. Now, what are those three things to do to pivot? Number one, be hungry for success. Be hungry for success. Hungry to make your mark, hungry to be seen and to be heard and to have an effect. And as you move up and become successful, make sure also to be hungry for helping others by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, someone once asked Steve Jobs, what keeps you motivated? So Steve Jobs replied, my hunger for success. My hunger has destroyed my fear of failure. Being hungry is the key element of my success. I am not satisfied with what I achieved yesterday. I want to make progress, to innovate, to grow, and to revolutionize the world. He also added, be ambitious and passionate about what you are doing, and success will find you. By Steve Jobs. You have to be hungry for more. There is no magic wand which will create anything you want. There is no magic pill to success. Just pure work ethic and hunger to work for the life you want. Just imagine that you bought a store, a big luxury store, and you just sit quiet without doing any work whatsoever and wish everything will work on its own to make the money you want. Does it work that way? It's quite a big dream, but it's called wishful thinking. It doesn't work that way. You have to put in the work to work. We have to gain the knowledge from the experts and take the action to get the life we want. There is no such thing as magical money machine. Trust me. To get that, we need new capabilities, new skill sets, mindset. Number two is association. As cliche as it might sound, but you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. The people we surround ourselves with are the biggest influence on our behavior, on our lives, our attitudes, and the results we bring in. Who you are around, now what they have got you thinking, saying, doing, and becoming sets the course of your life. In the words of a motivational speaker, Jim Rohn, who's my favorite, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Think about it. Who are your 5 friends are? The people you spend the most time with shape who you are. They determine what conversations dominate your attention. They affect to which attitudes and behaviors you are regularly exposed. Eventually, you start to think like they think and behave like they behave. It's creepy, right? We need to learn from the people who has already been there if you want to become successful. But most of the time, we take advice from the wrong people. For example, stop asking advice from a single friend about relationship. Stop asking your broke friend about financial literacy, and stop listening to your family members who hasn't started or done any business or the business you want to do or the life you want to achieve. Do they have the same life what you want to achieve? It's like listening to the advice of a person who watches cricket match from the couch, telling the players how to play. It doesn't work. Whom you listen to matters. Whom you surround yourself matters. It's a matter of choice, and that your daily choices makes your future. Just think about it. That's why self-education industry is booming now. You work your courage to move forward even when you have fear. Pivoting is taking those tiny little steps. It's not just that one magical 360-degree turn at once, your life is going to change like a Cinderella moment. It's not going to happen. Every single step matters, what you're doing each and every day. Number three, level up. Evolve yourself, update yourself, keep learning. Make sure you're shifting to an industry which is moving up. Catapult to that wave. Now, knowledge industry, for example, self-education industry is going to be the huge wave because Forbes estimates it's $1 billion industry. So how much are we going to monetize from that? How are we going to place ourselves as an expert in terms of branding ourselves as an expert to monetize the big next wave by 2025? Trust me, it's going to grow exponentially. As we all know, the present condition of learning, everything is online. Future kids will be learning only through online. We have to keep updating ourselves depending on the situation we face. If we don't, we will be extinct. Next question, how are you prepared yourself? Now we are in the beginning of the big wave. So are you ready to explore and take the jump? Pivot yourself. This is the absolute perfect storm to be a part of. And with the social media tools, it's like magic to pivot, unlike earlier days. Lastly, let me give you some extra bonus tips for you to pivot. Make sure other people resonate with your message, which is personal branding. What is your personal branding is all about? Make sure they have good experience because of you. They are having success because of you. Let me tell you, as a coach, that's the most rewarding thing to experience. Just imagine this. What if you can pick one topic? It can be anything. It can be about love. It can be about business. It can be about arts. It can be about sports. It can be about anything. And imagine that you're talking to your younger self for a day or a week. Any topic, just pick one, choose one. Would that be worth to you? Imagine that topic you are so well versed because you have gone through that pain point, and because of the internet era, internet boom, people are looking for an expert on that specific topic you are an expert, and they find you to empower them so that they can pivot in their life. How would that be? Think about it. That is your niche. That is your personal branding. So pivot, learn, research about it, and monetize it. So let me summarize what we have discussed so far. We are looking at the 3 ways to pivot to success. Number 1 is be hungry for success. Number 2, whom are you associating with? Association is the key to success. Number 3 is level up, boss it up. Be with the current trend to sustain, scale, otherwise you become extinct. Hope you resonate with all the tips which I gave you today. Until next time, cheers from me and keep pivoting. Remember, pivot until you reach the success you want. Have a great day, everyone.